welcome to Hikate's Crossing as we start to have a look at the Divine Feminine Oracle. So let's have a look and see what card are we going to reflect on. Oh, that already popped out. Okay, so we've actually got two cards we're going to look at today. So the first one is Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I accept and I see and accept all that I am. So it really is about showing who you are. Really, really important. And so when you know who you are, we've got Aradna, Mistress of the Labyrinth. It says, my soul knows the way and the only way out is through. So I feel as though when you know who you are, when you show who you are, it allows you to move in the direction that you actually want to move into. What an interesting thought in regards to these cards. So the first card we got was Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. So let's have a look here. Now I actually numbered these cards. It just makes it a little bit easier to go through because they're not alphabetical. And so it made it really hard to, sorry, what was the card number? I said 50. Right, let's have a look. Who is she? Inanna represents the power that comes back to us when we accept and integrate our shadow. Inanna was the most prominent female deity in ancient Mesopotamia. At the height of her worship around the Uruk period of 4000 to 2000 BCE, temples and shrines dedicated to Inanna lined the Tigris and Euphrates River. Her name is Sumerian, the Lady of Heaven. Her temples housed her priestesses, and they each would take a man to bed with them on the spring equinox to reenact the divine marriage, or Hieros Gamos, between Inanna and her consort Dumuzi. The Hieros Gamos is an ancient ritual of uniting the opposites from within, the male and the female, the light and the dark, and most especially heaven and earth. This theme occurs in accounts of Inanna's descent into the underworld to find her sister Ereshkigal. She must take off an article of clothing at each of the 7 gates, so that when she finally reaches her sister, she is naked. And when Inanna ascends, she does so with Ereshkigal's power. When your soul selects her card, Inanna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self. She becomes more powerful because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she is fully dressed or cloaked heavenly in the ego. Inanna is an invitation to get naked. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark cages, where we place parts of ourselves, the truth that exists there also exists right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So if we're exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautiful broken place that's a call for love, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspects of our being, and in uniting with our twin sister from the depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. The soul voice meditation. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath. Can I love my shadow as much as my light? Can I love my shadow as much as my light? Oh my God. The shift within. Wow. Okay, the intention. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Ooh, nice deep breath. Okay, so let's have a look at the other card that we've looked at here. Okay, this is Aradna, Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Okay, so that's number 46. Okay, so like I said, I numbered them so that it makes it a little easier when working with this deck. So let's have a look here. Okay, Mistress of the Labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Who is she? Aradna represents the love and support available to us when we dare to be courageous. Aradna is known as being both a Greek goddess and the human daughter of Minos, king of Crete. Her father put her in charge of the labyrinth, where 7 human sacrifices were made every 7 years to appease the Minotaur who lived within it. The Minotaur had the head of a bull and the body of a man. He preyed on those who got lost in the dark. One year, a valiant and heroic man named Theseus went into the labyrinth to slay the Minotaur and end the sacrifices. Aradna fell madly in love with him and gave him a sword to kill the Minotaur and a ball of red thread so that he could find his way back out of the labyrinth and into the light. Ancient Greek myths were oral, so there are varying accounts of Theseus and Aradna eloping after a success, or others where Aradna's consort Dionysus, the Greek god of ritual madness and religious ecstasy, chases after her and pleads with her to return to him. Whichever way the story ends, the constant is that Aradna's love and support changed the fate of so many who would have otherwise been lost to the labyrinth. When your soul selects her card, Aradna is a symbol of the hope, the divine assistance, and the step-by-step process we can take to move through a difficult time or to confront an injustice in our life. She helps Theseus because he's daring to end a pattern of madness. He's willing to do whatever needs to be done to stop the injustice. She gives him the tools to create his desired outcome. He is successful because of her, and she assists him because he acts with courage. Her message is that our courage is always in some way rewarded. When we seek to end an unnecessary pattern or routine that is no longer serving us, even though we initially created it in the effort to keep us safe, it can feel as insurmountable as facing a horned part man, part beast that lives in a dark maze inside us. Pure terror. But the soul always wants our freedom. The divine is what liberates, not confines. It might feel like we can't find our way out of this situation, this maze, but we can. We can trust the soul knows the way through, and that spiritual support is a given. Aradna wants us to be brave so that we can fall in love with our actions. She is both a goddess and a human. She gets our fear, but she also knows just how much power we hold as well. So the soul voice meditation is, okay, let's take a nice deep breath. What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work? What allows me to feel supported while doing the inner work? Okay, the intention. Nice deep breath. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So remembering, once we actually know who we truly are, if we enable ourselves to really show who we truly are, accept who we are, we can push our way through any challenges that come our way. Ooh, very powerful message for today to reflect on. Interesting. Okay, that's it for us for today. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care. Blessed be.